I'm Lou.
Oh, I'm Sid.
And she's crazy.
Yeah.
And we're faking sanity. Sorry,
Every
I
day.
just kicked the table.
Better than kicking the bucket.
True. We run a shop called Faking Sanity in Dawson Creek, BC. And this is a knitting and spinning podcast mostly, with a little bit of culture consumed at the end. So, yeah, let's get to it.
Like, right into the knitting.
Right into the knitting.
Okay. Except
It's Christmas
it's
time.
crochet.
People have, you know, stuff to do.
Stuff to do. Yeah, we'll still yammer for an hour. But okay. My first knitting is crochet.
It's lovely knitting.
I am doing another...
Oh, it matches your shirt. Actually, it matches my shirt.
It matches your shirt perfectly. It is the Granny Stripes blanket by Lucy of Attic 24. I had just finished one last podcast, and I started another one. It's only like twin size because it's for her.
It's for me.
And
I bought myself a bed this year. It's a real bed, not just like an IKEA frame, but it's still just twin.
Yeah. Well, apartment living.
I'm too cheap to buy a bigger bed than I need.
Yeah.
It's twice the price.
I am crocheting it with wonderful acrylic, Red Heart Comfort and Bernat. Whatever it is.
Bernat Heritage. Bernat.
Nope. Lovely.
Write it down.
Bernat. It's the soft one. That's the soft one. Anyway, I love it because it goes really fast.
Yeah. And machine wash for a blanket. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I have a little, you can't, okay.
The lemon. The lemon is in play.
The lemon is in play. Any of you who may have listened to Cabin Pressure would
We have a
recognize
few
that one.
Cabin Pressure fans.
Woo, Cabin Pressure's the best.
It is.
Everybody needs to listen to Cabin Pressure.
Yes.
Anyway, so that was how much I crocheted this afternoon while we were being
Bad store owners.
no, good store owners. No, we were both feeling like crap. So we sat this afternoon.
Yeah.
When it wasn't very busy.
She did 4 rows of crochet.
No,
How
5.
piddly is that?
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows of crochet. That's awesome.
So little.
That's my first whip. And now I'm going to wrap it around. No, I'm going to work on it. Okay.
She's been cold all afternoon, so she's been working on it and had it draped over
I
her
also,
shoulder while
like,
she was working on
I
it.
don't know why, but I find it easier to like kind of hold it like that while I'm working here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this part of the kilt.
Yeah.
Well, of the tartan, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
I knew what you meant. It's not
I
part
drape
of the
it.
kilt, but...
Yeah, but it's still part of the how you wear your tartan and everything. This is not my tartan. I mean, it could be, but ooh, I started double knitting, and there's a really cool like tartan. It's actually not even.
And like,
it's
is
like
it plaid
no,
or is it a tartan?
No, it is like buffalo check.
Okay, so it's neither.
Yeah. Is that what it's called? Anyway, done with double knitting, which is really cool. Maybe I'll try it sometime. Okay, you can talk about yours now.
Okay, my first whip is a cowl. I talked about this one last time.
Yeah, you got like 5 more rows done.
I didn't get very far because I got distracted by my second whip, which has seen a lot of knitting.
Yes.
But this is the ZMCN worsted from Yarn Indulgences, and it's got cashmere, and it's super plump and squishy, and it just, like, the cables just pop. And I really like it. So this is the back of the cowl, and now this new cable is forming that will be kind of growing this way to a point, and it's like a bandana style cowl. So that'll come down this way.
I heard bandana style cowl.
Cowl.
Like,
no mooing.
I'm sorry, I just had this image of like a cow wearing a little bandana. Especially like
This is how
one of
her brain
Rebecca's
works.
cows. Yeah, a Highland. The little miniature Highland wearing a bandana. Yeah. This
Only
is
if
how my
it was
brain
a knit
works.
bandana.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love this yarn, and this is going to be awesome, and it'd be handy to have to wear in the next few weeks, but I fear that my love of my other project has me knitting only that until it's done. Because I don't think I've knit a row on this since I started my other project.
Oh, no, you have. You've knit a bit, because you have a bit more than you had last time. And you started your sweater like that night after last podcast.
Okay, so a little bit. I haven't memorized the cables yet, so I can only work on it like when I'm at home and not distracted. And the other project is mindless knitting, so it's what I've brought. So that's, and the pattern for this is 40 Shades of Green by Shireen Nadir, who is the wife of the husband and wife team that is the Blue Brick. And I just really love the pattern. It's really cool. So this will go down, like I said, the cable goes down to a point, and then there's seed stitch on the bottom, just grows. So the bottom of the bandana cowl is a point of seed stitch, and then this cable runs across the top, and it's going to be super awesome. And I love this yarn.
You said the cowl, or the cable went down to a point. You meant the cowl goes down to a point, right?
The cowl goes down to a point.
Or is the seed stitch the part that grows?
The main cable is just across the top.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And this just expands a little bit,
yeah,
like that, and then the rest is seed stitch that grows. Okay. So yeah, it's really cool looking pattern. But that's my first whip. Okay,
my second whip is, I mentioned it, double knitting. So I'm working on color work for the color work cowl. Aren't you guys proud of me?
She's gonna make it just in time.
I am making a bookmark. I will finish by the end of this month. I have done about more than a third.
Yeah, so it's a pretty short book.
I just redrew this out on graph paper. So I'm to there. It's really cool. The only thing, I'm not very good at doing the edges.
Oh.
So I know there's a lot of different techniques you can do to make your edges nice in double knitting, so I might check out some other ones. But yeah, it's just, it's fabulous.
And your tension is looking pretty good so far.
Well, that's because I do them both with my left hand. Sorry, this is so distracting. Yeah, I drop a yarn and pick up the other one. I quite like it, but when I was working on it, I had this huge headache, and it was at knit night, and there was all these distractions, and I was like, oh my goodness, and I like threw it across the room, and then I haven't worked on it since. But I'm really, really enjoying it. It's just, this little bookmark. So
it looks nice.
It's called the Naughty Mark, as in Knotty. M-A-R-K, by Soraya Beynon. Beynon, B-E-Y-N-O-N.
Yeah, I'd say Beynon.
I really like it, and I'm totally loving double knitting, because the thing I actually don't like about color work is the floats, and this, you don't see any floats. Yep. And really, you have no floats.
Did you finish your Sockception socks?
No, because I screwed up the heel.
Uh-oh.
Well, because it was a different heel than I've ever done before. It was a Flegel heel.
Yep.
And I was trying to adjust it from a normal size sock to a mini sock. And I screwed it up somewhere. And yeah, I haven't tried tinking in double knitting yet. Well, I did actually. Tinked in this, but yeah, I'll get back to it.
Sometime.
Yeah, I'm stuck on the heel there. That's Sockception by Tara Bow, and that's, I didn't bring it because I hadn't worked on it except for screwing up the heel. And I'm knitting 2 mini socks at the same time using double knitting techniques. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm so impressed. So I have plans for my next double knitting project, because of course I am going from bookmark to scarf. I am doing I can never remember if it's piano number 1 or number 2. I think it's the 2. It's the,
Number 1 is the fingering weight.
Okay, then I am doing the number 2, which is the DK weight, but I'm doing it with sock weight.
Oh, no, because it's a huge
sport
scarf.
Weight. Yeah, it's way longer scarf than I need. But yes, I got 2 colors.
I love it. It's a fractal. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's
by Nathan Taylor.
Nathan Taylor, Sockmatician. Yeah, it is such a cool concept. It's math and knitting and and I'm doing it in pink and gray because I've had this pink and gray obsession.
Yeah,
and I have not actually done anything with pink and gray. So
We've done a lot of pink, just not pink and gray. Yep. This almost borders on pink and gray.
It does. It's kind of, it's
kind of a magenta.
Don't dip the yarn in my Coke.
Don't have Coke. She's trying to hide it.
No, I'm not.
By putting it in a mug.
Okay, we had McDonald's cups, so we thought we'd, you know, advertise nitpicks rather than McDonald's. Anyway, yeah, so I picked out these yarns.
I think that'll look fabulous.
So I'm showing some of my acquisition for, but it's an acquisition from here.
Yeah.
It's our new Determination base, which is a sport weight. And these are City of Ashes and Glinda of Oz.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
So
I was looking for colorway names for that one, and I was like, it's like the pink witch in the Pink Witch. I couldn't even remember which witch it was. I was like,
which witch?
The good witch.
The good witch
that's dressed in pink and floofy. So, and then I went looking for the book. It was like, it's an L. Frank Baum.
Yes.
But yeah.
So
because all our colorway names are book names.
Yeah.
At least for these
for our
yarns
bases,
so far.
Yeah, for our bases. Okay, so I'm done talking about that. It's your turn.
Okay. My next whip is also in the Determination base, because you saw this as a swatch last time, and it is now
a crop top.
A crop top.
Very crop top.
So this is the Easy One by Joji Locatelli. The colorway doesn't have a name because I stole it before we ever got it on the shelves or had a chance to name it because I loved it so much. So I've just about finished one skeins worth, and it's just like a basic, it rolls in because it's just a stockinette, but it's a drop shoulder sweater, pretty typical Joji sweater actually. It's got drop shoulders and like 16 inches of positive ease. I'm doing this with about
No, the boxy has.
Yeah, this one did too.
Oh,
or it was like 12 instead of 16.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it with about 8 inches of positive ease because I thought that's comfy to wear a shirt under, but not.
Okay, I was thinking this one was like 1 or 2.
No, plus I only had 4 skeins of this, so I needed it to be a little less. So that I'd have enough to make a sweater.
It is a beautiful color and fabric.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
and I'm loving knitting it. And it's got, it's really cool. So it's got a visible seam on the outside. I don't know if you can, yeah, right there. So you start knitting the back and then you join the 2 backs. And then
oh, I get what you mean.
Like left and right.
Yeah. I was like, you have 2 backs.
And then you pick up along the shoulder on both sides, so you get an exposed seam. So it adds a little bit of structure, but I also really like how it looks. Because it's a really relaxed sweater, and I just like that kind of, I don't know, it just adds a little something to it. And then after you're done knitting it, then you pick up and do a ribbed top and bottom. But I'm done.
Top and bottom?
Top, yes. The rib at the bottom and a ribbed neckline.
Oh, and neckline. Okay. Sorry, I was just confused. I didn't know.
Top and bottom of a sweater.
I wasn't mocking you. I was asking. Okay.
It's always mocking.
It's always mocking.
But I'm really loving knitting with it, and I got gauge pretty easily with this. And I always have row gauge off if I get knit gauge.
Yeah.
With this, I guess my gauge is similar to hers because I got exactly her gauge, like row and stitch matched.
I don't think
that's ever happened to me. My row gauge is always like way, way, way off. Not that it would matter on this pattern because it's knit until you get to
well, I mean, it would matter for under the.
But it's not a row count. It's knit until you get to this number of inches, so it wouldn't matter. But
cool.
But yeah, I'm really loving it. I love how it looks. I'm gonna wear this all the time. And now I'm just knitting straight until the end. Yeah. So I've got all the shaping done.
And so now she's already planning all of her next sweaters.
Yeah. I have 2 more I want to knit right away. 3. I have 3 more I want to knit right away. Yeah. Anyway. This is awesome, and it's seeing all my knitting time right now.
Yeah.
So I love it. I'm thinking I might even have it done for Christmas. I don't think so. But I might get it done over Christmas if I bring it to your place when when we go up for Christmas Eve and Christmas
place.
Day.
It's my mom's place.
Well,
I live with you.
Yeah, it's your place.
It's my place.
But yeah, we're closed between Christmas and New Year's, so I get more knitting time that week. So
yeah,
I might be able to finish like over Christmas, if not for Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited.
that's cool. FOs. I have FOs. She doesn't.
I don't. I have.
She has a lot of knitting done, but not FO'd.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't weave in ends.
Oh, it's not an FO.
It's close enough.
It's not an FO. She told me it didn't count as an FO when I did it, so not an FO.
So I think I had started this last time.
Yeah.
It is just a little
Cable hat.
toddler-sized Northward by Tin Can Knits. I don't know what it is, but lately it's been, you know, nice to, I just always have a Tin Can Knits pattern on.
Yeah. It's nice because you don't have to stress, you know, there's no mistakes in them.
Yeah.
They're super well tech edited. They're really well written and clear, and they
yeah,
always look nice.
And they always look good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this yarn is Malchunky.
Yes. You looked like you forgot there for a second.
Nah, well, I had to think about what it was called, but and yeah, the pattern's Northward, and it's cute little cables. And I had made like an adult size one, so this is a little kids one that I'm gonna
out of the leftovers.
Yeah, so I still had a little bit left over. I probably could have done the like child size instead of the toddler size, but that's fine. I could make a pom-pom for it.
You could.
Oh, except I hate making pom-poms.
Yeah.
I hate her.
She's beating on me.
But yeah, so hats are great.
Hats are great.
So that's one.
And they get a lot of use up here.
This is my other.
I love this one.
And
what is his name?
He is the rabbit of negative euphoria.
And why is he the rabbit of negative euphoria?
Because I love cabin pressure. Not a happy bunny. The rabbit of negative euphoria is not a happy bunny. Yes, said in Roger Allen's voice, in best stuffy British accent.
Stuffy British, I know best.
Yeah. The pattern is called Henry's Bunny by Sarah Elizabeth Kellner. So
it's so cute.
It is so cute.
It even has a little
so well written. But anyway, a friend of mine sent me a picture of this knit river otter, and she's like, you have to find the pattern for this. So I did, because, you know, it's not that hard. It was on Pinterest, and I was like, oh, the pattern will be a Ravelry. So I went looking, and yeah, it popped up right away. And I was like, it's so cute. But I wanted to try. A lot of toy patterns can be
some are well written, some aren't.
Or and even sometimes they're well written, but they're like,
so all these 18,000 parts
exactly
together.
Like I have a whole bunch of toy knitting patterns that are so cute. I cannot remember his name, but he does all these, like, I have this whole like mouse, Alan Dart, a mouse, like the king and queen and princess and the knights, and they're so cute. But all of it is
whole like court scenes.
Yeah,
and...
in mice, but
and some gerbils and hamsters. In
well, no, that one, the court one is the mice, but and they're very cute, but they're all knit flat in 15 bajillion different pieces, and then like sewed together and stuffed. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that. It just won't happen.
Yeah.
So I tried out one of Sarah Elizabeth Kellner's free patterns to see. Amazing. Okay, so like you cast on here and you knit this piece, and then you pick up and you knit like the bottom of the head and then the top of the head, and then you use the stitches you have left to do the ears, and they are the cutest little ears.
They are really cute.
Look at those.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I had to attach was
the legs.
The little legs.
He's really cute.
Yes.
So are you going to do the river otter now that you've tested one of her patterns?
Yes. So I bought the river otter pattern as soon as I finished him. And I'm going to knit him.
We also have a staff person who's
bunny.
Ecstatic and obsessed with bunnies. So she might get this.
Oh, she is. I already told her it was hers. I just had to keep it to show it on the podcast. But yes, I might have to knit another one of these because he's so cute.
Tink needs a friend.
Well, I was thinking
Tink and Eddie.
I could just make a whole bunch of little animals and like put them up. Oh, I should make little mice and put them like peeping out from the bookshelves.
You totally could.
Yeah, so the river otter is coming next, but
that is cute. Don't put his ears in my ear.
Okay, so that's my FOs. You can talk about your spinning now.
Spinning. The only FO I have is sort of FO, but not FO. It's a bobbin that is finished, but it's half a spin because it's 50 grams. So this is Malabrigo Noob fiber in the Potion colorway. And normally Potion is darker, like it's more in this range. This skein didn't get quite as saturated, so like here to here, this has come through twice. The lighter part of the braid was all white in the middle, so you just get a hint of the color. But I really like it, so I'm curious to see if the other half of the braid, so this is what it looks like not spun up.
Here, I can hold one.
So you can see, like, it looks much darker, but then when you look at the lighter parts, if I open it up a bit, the insides are all really pale because they didn't get as saturated.
Oh.
So, but I really like how it's looking.
It looks great.
Yeah.
And truthfully, even if the other half is darker,
it'll look cool.
It'll look really
together.
cool
Yeah.
applied. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be, this is the first spin on my new spinning wheel. It arrived after the last podcast. It arrived like the next day. So it is an Ashford eSpinner 3, version 3. And it's like, this is the bobbin. It's an 8-ounce bobbin, so they're pretty big bobbins. But the eSpinner is about 1/4 of an inch wider on either side.
It's crazy.
And it, like, the brake band comes down to about here, and these are the springs where it attaches. And,
it's tiny.
And then the base is right there. Like, it's a tiny, super portable eSpinner.
Yeah.
I love it.
You should bring it to Knit Night sometime.
Oh,
maybe,
I could.
Maybe not with like
not with a...
But you can bring some...
Our electrical's weird, so I wouldn't want to have a cord plugged in that people could trip on for Knit Night. But maybe if I get a battery pack. Because it totally works with a battery pack. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. So this is, it's spun not super thin. It'll probably be a worsted weight once it's done. And I'm just going to 2-ply it. But the
Even though you can now 3-ply.
I can. I wanted to do something I had done before for my first spin, just to get used to it.
Yeah, you should totally try a 3-ply sometime.
Yeah.
Like
I got
a traditional 3-ply rather than a chain ply.
Yeah. I got, the wheel came with a 2-bobbin Lazy Kate, but I bought an extra 3-bobbin Lazy Kate, and I'll probably just sell the 2-bobbin one.
Oh, so you got two Lazy Kates with it?
Yeah. Because I really wanted the 3 one, and they...
So now you have like 4 Lazy Kates?
Well, one's already sold.
Yeah, but they just picked it up.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm going to sell the 2-bobbin one that came with this. But I love the wheel, and it comes in a really nice bag, and it works on a power, like on a battery pack if you need it to.
Does it?
Yeah. And it also has a foot pedal, which I didn't have on my old one, which I'm really enjoying. So you can use it like a dead man switch. So where you just have to hold down the pedal to have it on, and as soon as your foot comes off the pedal, it stops. And it's got a slow start and stop, so it doesn't strain the motor or your yarn.
You don't have to use the dead man stick.
No.
No. Okay.
But you can also turn on the eSpinner first and then press the pedal and use it just to control starting and stopping your spinner. So tap once to turn it on and tap once to turn it off. So that
makes more sense to me than the dead man switch.
Yeah. So I used that for this one to try it out. It was weird. I kept forgetting and still like grabbing the knob when I had to stop. But I think once I got used to not doing that instantly, it'd be really handy because then your hands don't have to come off your spin.
Yeah.
To interrupt how much twist you're letting in. So I'm really pleased with it, and I'm excited to try more. And I want my Honwy to show up. Canada Post is still a fair bit behind, but I've seen some people have started spinning theirs that are in the ambassador program, and I'm so excited to get some new stuff. But once I'm done this, I'm gonna spin one of hers that I already have.
That's what I was about to ask.
Oh yeah, as soon as I'm done this, I wanted fiber I didn't care about quite as much. What the final outcome was to get used to the wheel, and it does. I cut my break band a little too long, so I didn't have as much tension as I normally have. So I'm glad I had a chance to try it on fiber, that I wasn't too worried about.
So are you gonna change your break band? Or?
I'm just gonna shorten it a bit.
Yeah.
And I think I'll probably have a shorter one and a longer one, so that when I have some acrework bobbins, which are 4-ounce bobbins, so they're about half the size. And the break band that would fit this is too big to fit those. So I'll probably just have a short one and a long one that I can flip between the two.
Cool.
So, yeah, but I love it. I love it. I'm super pleased I got it.
That is cool.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about more stash?
Oh, our stash acquisitions?
We placed an order from Knit Picks.
Yeah, Knit Picks had a sale.
Yeah.
And of course, what we needed was more yarn. No, we saw that they had sock blanks on sale.
Yes.
And that's really cool because, yeah, you have plans.
I have plans, and I have a sock machine to crank our own sock blanks, but it's slow and tedious. Well, yeah, it's a circular knitting machine.
Yeah.
That I can use to knit sock blanks.
Big, not like sock.
But it's time consuming, and I wanted some that were just ready to go.
Well, and yeah, and like different
gauge.
Different gauge. Oh, my brain.
Yeah.
Okay. But
her brain has left.
I went mini crazy. So
she did.
Knit Picks has Stroll Tonal mini sets now. So I bought 5 of them. I can't even remember what. Okay, so this is like the pinks.
This is the greens.
And then there's like the purples. I don't even know. These the purples.
Oh, no, I missed. These are the greens.
Oh, this is green.
Yeah.
Oh, that might go with the blues.
Yeah.
Nope, this one, that's like the blues. I can't remember what the names of them are. But they're all sets of 5 20-gram minis. I really like the Stroll Tonal. It has gotten, the Stroll has gotten a lot softer than it used to be.
Super soft.
It is lovely. Oh, and there's the...
And I forget what the fifth one was in these. Oh.
It's like the kind of brownies.
This
that's
was
not
with
the right
the
color.
reds.
This one was...
Yeah.
Actually, that was with the purples. But anyway, yeah, because I just threw them in a bag together.
Yeah. But I love these two. Like, look at those colors.
This green goes awesome with the Inverness.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know the name of. Oh, Inverness, and this one is Pearlescent.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
And this one's like railroad or something like that. Train station. It's something to do with trains.
Yeah. I have plans for one of the sets.
Oh, and I have a sock in this one. I forget what it's called, but I have a skein of sock yarn in this one.
Yeah, I actually have
I got it from you.
A couple of these, I think. Oh, maybe, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have plans for one of these 5 sets, but you know.
She's in the middle of a blanket.
They were on sale, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe they were on sale. No, I'm not a blanket. I don't think I'm going to put these in my blankets.
I said, but you have a blanket.
Oh, I'm in the middle. Yeah, yeah.
She doesn't listen.
I also have a shawl that's half done.
And a sweater that's half done?
Yeah, exactly. I was working on the shawl and then I got distracted by the sweater and put the shawl away. And then I was working on the sweater and got distracted by, I have no clue what.
Crochet blanket.
Yeah. I put the sweater away. Well, no, it's piled in my pile of crud in my room. But yeah, anyway, see, I decided that next year I'm going to go on a yarn diet.
And what have you done in the past month?
I have pre-gamed. Sorry, that's what Jocelyn called it today, and I was like, that's perfect.
She said she's not going to buy yarn without using twice as much first. So she went on a yarn buying spree.
I pre-gamed. Jocelyn totally understood. Yeah. Yeah, so that was, you know, 500 grams of pretty tonals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some more too, but you can talk about your knit picks.
Oh, well, I got some sock blanks, which for the most part are going to be for the store.
Yeah.
I'll probably have a few for me, but I bought a sweater quantity of this, which is Stroll Tonal, Stroll Tweed in the Dawn Heather colorway. I just wanted kind of a natural looking yarn. It's dyed, I think, but it's a nice sort of subtle colorway, and it's got beige, cream, and black tweedy flecks, and it's super soft. Like the Stroll yarn is so soft and it's super squishy.
I've knit something out of Stroll before and it wasn't this soft.
You sure it was Stroll and not the other sock yarn?
Hawthorne, no, Felici? I have lots of that. Oh, I've never done I've never done Felici. I've never knit with Felici.
Okay. Anyway, this is going to be a cardigan.
You had a pattern, didn't you? Or you're not positive?
Yeah, I haven't. I have a few ideas, but for right now, it's going to be a cardigan, and I'll decide soonish. So I got 10 skeins of this. So it's not going to be a super like long or roomy cardigan. Like it's going to be a more fitted.
Grams,
yeah,
right?
it's going to be
50?
out of fingering weight. 500 will be enough for a fitted, like more fitted cardigan. So that's what that'll be, or possibly a t-shirt.
Oh, it is lovely.
Like a more fitted t-shirt. But
I'm not a tweed fan.
I'm not usually because I don't like the feel of it. But this is.
It's a soft yarn.
Really, really soft.
I have one tweed yarn that Mum brought me back from Ireland.
Yeah.
That I gotta knit something with.
Yeah, your Donegal tweed.
Yeah.
From
Donegal.
County Donegal.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It was.
But yeah, I'm not normally a tweedy fan.
Yeah. I didn't used to be, but something about sweater knitting had me looking for sweater yarns.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really into sweaters right now. So this was going to be my next cast on after this sweater is done. That changed today, but
do you want to talk about that now?
My stash.
I have one more stash.
Yeah, go for it because.
Well, yeah. I already showed you this, so that was stash acquisition, and then oh no, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
What are you looking for?
Blue brick.
You didn't bring it.
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
It was on the chair. Why do I always do this? Oh, I just knocked it off the chair. Okay.
Pro podcasters.
Yeah. So this has been, we got blue brick in a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And this has been sitting there calling
taunting
to me.
her.
It is the Pride colorway in Escarpment DK.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has been calling and calling and calling. Look at that. Oh. Yeah.
You have a thing for rainbows.
I love rainbows. Yeah. So, yes. I finally gave in and took it.
You'd been talking about it for ages.
Yes. I was just like, it was one of those, if it's still here, then it's meant to be mine.
Yeah.
And it is still here. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Probably a shawl or a cowl. Oh.
If you did that with black.
You know what?
Stripy shawl?
None of our DKs work with it.
Oh, yeah.
I looked at every DK. Oh, we did get some new DK.
Yeah.
I might check.
You could probably use the Black Determination too.
No, this is quite a bit. Well, maybe not. Anyway, not sure what I'm going to do with it. Oh, yeah, I totally could. Damn it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have to be a stripy with a black or gray or something like that.
See, I'm not a huge rainbow fan, but I love rainbow against black.
It just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do chainmail bracelets that are rainbow against black, and
they look
stunning.
Awesome.
But yeah, so that was my other acquisition. And then we got some store acquisition too.
Yes. This is going to be my next acquisition as well. This is a new store yarn. It's Sugarbush Shanty, and we got it in 5 awesome colorways, and they're all in sweater quantities. And this one is kind of dust. Oh, it's not coming. Is it true to color back here? No.
It's closer.
It's
purple, not brown, promise.
Yeah, okay. So right here where you're seeing purpley flecks with kind of a grayish white on top, that's where it's most accurate, right there. And it's a purpley, like kind of dusty plum, purple, mauve.
It's called
color.
Twilight.
That is wool, and then the whitish parts are linen. And I would love...
Is it 50-50?
Yeah.
No, 75-25.
Oh, 70, yeah.
Yep.
25% linen.
Yeah.
But I would love a sweater. I love linen. And I find it hard to knit, but 75% wool and 25% linen would be amazing.
Yeah.
And like, those two as a striped cardigan, the gray and the plum, or those two as a striped cardigan, or those two as a striped cardigan. Like, oh, I just love it. Look at that. It's just so like delicately tweedy with the linen in there. So yeah, one of these, once I decide on a pattern and which color I want, I think the purple is my favorite, but if I'm going to stripe it, I don't know that it's my favorite. The gray might be the
teal and the, teal and the gray.
So
look amazing together.
So yeah, I'm going to get one of these in a sweater quantity. Cindy's told me I can't, but I'm totally doing it. I don't care.
You can if you knit.
And I just bought boots this color today.
No, it's not that color.
It's pretty close.
Okay.
Anyway.
I bought shoes the exact same color.
Yes.
We did a Fluevog order.
Yes.
Because, you know.
But I needed boots anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they were good.
Because you didn't just buy 2 pairs of boots in the last year.
Well, I bought giant sorels.
Yes.
Are excellent for up here.
They're
great at -60. They're great at -40.
I am like -60. I'm not going outside.
At -20, they're a little warm and cumbersome because they're large. But at -10, they're total overkill and a little uncomfortably warm. So I needed some boots for when it's too cold to wear my runners, but I still am paranoid about getting feet wet. So yeah. I'm just going to sit here and squish these.
Okay. Well, then I'll talk about the other one we got in for the store.
Okay.
So we got another Sugar Bush yarn. And it's really nice yarn for really affordable.
Yeah.
So this we couldn't pass up because the base is called Dawson. It is a bulky weight, 50% llama, 50% merino. Yeah. And it is so soft.
And it's trademarked, like they've registered trademarked Llama Soft, so it's a special way of processing the llama, but it's really like soft. It's super, super soft. I don't usually like llama because I find it too scratchy.
I don't even really like alpaca. Yeah. But anyway, it's really nice. We got it in 5 colors again.
I also want a sweater in this color. But I'm going to hold off on that one.
It's so nice. She had made a hat out of Rapture, which is the worsted weight version of this.
Yeah, it's the exact same base, but worsted.
And this is their new base. And it was called Dawson, and we couldn't resist it. So we got in, like 5 colors.
Okay.
Try them out.
Do the squish thing.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
It's
really soft.
Super squishy. Like, squish.
I find it does shed quite a bit.
Yeah. It's not super tightly plied, but
basically any alpaca will as well.
Yeah, any camelid.
Camelid, I like that word.
It's so gorgeous.
It's so lovely.
I love this gray too. Yeah. It's like kind of a hint of lavender.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I would have said blue, but yeah, I can see. Well, apparently lavender is more blue in French.
No, not in French. France. Like French lavender.
French lavender is more blue than, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, what?
It's like English ducks go quack. French ducks go quack. Quack. They go quack quack.
But yeah, we really like it. It's so pretty. My sister is here and she's laughing at us.
She is. She's never seen us podcast before. And I think she's kind of amused at how crazy we get.
This isn't crazy at all.
Nah.
She wouldn't let me start the podcast with a burp.
Even
though my burps are horrendous. We went to McDonald's. They've got some new urban garlic seasoned fries, and they're quite good. But oh my goodness, when you burp it back up, it's stinky.
TMI.
I've talked about a lot of TMI things on this podcast.
So, anyway, yeah, those are our new plans. We're super excited. I'm moving on from Cindy's burps.
I'm not.
But speaking of new plans, we're moving along with the Fiberfest planning.
This is how happy we are about Fiberfest.
Not a happy bunny is very happy. We filled all our booths. And we took down the applications, and then we got that day, at like when we approved the last vendor, someone local came in that we really would have loved to have, and they just hadn't applied yet. So we kind of shuffled around all the booths and checked if we could change. We have a seating area and a classroom area. So we checked if we could juggle things around to shift those things a bit to make space for a few more booths. So we were able to fit her in, and we now have 2 booths available again. So if you are interested,
we made room for
and thought you had missed the opportunity, we have 2 booths left. They're 9x9 booths. They're not against a wall, so they don't have electrical outlet, although we can string a extension cord, but they don't have wall support. But if you're interested in being a vendor at the Fiberfest, we have 2 booths left, and we're so excited. We
had a great idea. Well, actually, a customer, our friend, basically asked us about, you should do gift certificates for the Fiberfest because I'll buy them for my daughter-in-law, and we were like,
well, that's a great idea.
Oh, that's actually brilliant. So yeah, we're making
gift cards.
Gift cards.
Yeah.
Well, like paper gift certificates.
Well, they're going to be like a business card, but it's a gift card.
And we're going to be selling them here for the Fiberfest, and they can be cashed at, at the vendors.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we're so excited about that.
Yeah.
And it's just because some people want to buy them for each other, or some people
using them to budget.
Use them to
pre-purchase how much you know you are allowed to spend, and then you can't bring a wallet or spend anything extra. So yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited about that, and they'll be ready on probably Friday.
Yeah, we'll have them in the store on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get a question about whether we're doing them and can mail them.
Yes, we can.
We can totally mail them. They're not going to be on the website by Friday.
Yeah.
So just call us or email us if you're interested in them, and we can give you the details if it's not up on the website yet.
I don't. You mean Etsy? We're not going to put them up on Etsy, so.
Okay. So
we'll
just contact us.
Yeah.
Peace
we can't sell anything through the
peacefiberfest@gmail.com, or call us. Our phone number is on all our websites and contact info and stuff. So feel free to give us a call or email us there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to do gift cards in $25 denominations, so that you don't have to like buy $100 and spend $100 at one booth. You can split it up and just, if you want
$50. Should we do smaller than 25?
I think like a skein of yarn is pretty much always close to 25.
I just meant like if people are buying stuff for each other and don't want to spend 25.
Oh,
but
we could do 10s.
We'll talk about this off camera. It's fine.
Anyway,
maybe 10s and 25s.
Yeah, we'll have small denomination gift cards available as of Friday.
Yeah.
Contact us if you're interested. And
are we going to talk about some of the vendors that are coming?
Okay.
Does anybody care?
Yeah, they care.
Okay.
We have awesome vendors. We have some local people. So we've got Riverside Farms has a flock of about 75 sheep, and they're going to be bringing dozens of raw fleeces, and they're part of an upbreeding program for Gotlands in Canada, and they have the most gorgeous Gotland fleeces. So they were so long that there's only like 2 mills in Western Canada that can handle like processing of fleeces like this in any large quantities anyway. And the clip was so long that the mill couldn't handle it. She had like locks that were 9 to 10 inches. And they're beautiful. And they're beautiful silvery gray locks.
She's also like, she's cleaning locks and selling locks.
Yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Hand-combed locks.
Like, I don't spin at all. And I was like, oh, so pretty.
And they're gorgeous. They're like a spinner's dream. Like 10-inch silver gray, beautiful locks, and there wasn't a speck of veg matter left. Like she cleaned them so amazingly.
She's doing an amazing job with that.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about her stuff as a spinner. I think that'll be fabulous.
Okay, let's see. As a knitter, I'm really excited about. Okay. Oh, brain.
Okay.
Well, which one? I'm excited because there are so many cool indie dyers coming.
Yes, there are lots of indie dyers.
Lots and lots of. So I was gonna talk about one of them, but then my brain went, but there's so many.
Just list a bunch.
Well, okay, so Ginger Snap, that.
Yep.
Poppy Yarns.
Yep.
And
Poppy
I don't want to miss anyone though.
The Loop. Our friend Annie.
Red Fox Fibers.
Yep.
Knit Free or Die.
Yeah. She's out of Northwest Territories.
Yes, Hay River. That is so cool. We've got someone coming from Northwest Territories. River Stone Yarns.
Yep. Cool Cat Fiber.
Cool, yes. Allison Barnes.
Yeah. I'm really excited about her stuff.
Yes.
I might have to get some more.
Because I didn't get any of the Edmonton Fiber Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get some.
Yeah.
You did, right?
I got a skein of, is it called Dirty Cowboy?
Yes. Yes.
Something cowboy.
Yes,
I think it's called Dirty Cowboy.
Yeah.
It's like blue jeans and dust
and
it's beautiful. And the yarn is so plump and squishy.
Yeah.
And I have a thing for plump and squishy.
Yeah. There are other dyers. My brain has gone boom. Okay.
I thought we would do this. I brought my book.
Oh, excellent. Because I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, so Hippie Strings is coming.
Yeah, they're the yarn shop nearest us in Sexsmith.
Yes.
Okay,
cool.
And Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters. Will have a booth and they'll be selling their patterns and some of their swag, like their mugs with their awesome little individualized hair logos.
So cute.
Yeah.
Imagine Yarn.
Yes. And she makes, okay, is she the one that also does, I think she's the one that does hand-carved crochet hooks as well.
Is it? I don't know. We have read so many applications and like looked at everybody's websites and stuff. We've lost track of
some of them. The information is gotten.
And you? No, she's the bag maker.
Yeah.
Pretty bags.
Yes.
Okay, and then CJ Alpacas, which is a local alpaca farm. Well, local as in like 2 hours away.
If that.
DeBolt. It's on the other side of Grand Prairie.
Okay.
Grand Prairie is an hour and.
Okay.
Depends how fast you're driving.
She has, I bought some of their
Beautiful
fiber the last
alpaca.
time they came to do a fair, there's a Christmas fair here at our arena, and they did, she had like duvets that were stuffed with alpaca, and she had handmade mittens and hats and socks and stuff.
Yeah, and then yarn and fiber.
But she had fiber, and the alpaca is amazing.
Have you spun it?
I spun about 20 grams of it. I have snoogled it too. Snoogle.
I like snoogle too. Okay, and then Alberta Yarn Project.
Yeah, super exciting.
So cool. They're from near Edmonton, and they like raise sheep and...
Well, yeah, like all their yarn is Alberta based. So sheep raised in Alberta. I don't know that they raise them themselves, but sheep raised in Alberta or died in Alberta and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So.
They're cool. Burning Impressions.
I am excited about that.
She does amazing mitt and sock blockers.
Yeah. And she's going to do some with the Fiberfest logo. I think. Yes. And
we're going to be doing some. She's going to do some for us with our logo, but we haven't actually designed it yet.
Yeah, I had an idea that I need to talk to you about that for that. But our local potter that does our mugs here also is going to do some yarn bowls and pottery mugs with the Fiberfest logo. And I'm really excited about it. I might have to get another yarn bowl.
Yeah.
It might have to happen. It's a business investment.
Yes, definitely. Ugly Lumber Co. It's another semi-local, and they do weaving and macrame, and then they do like handmade looms. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and they do they make the looms out of spare lumber from the local yard, like
the sawmill from the
local sawmill here. So yeah,
and then we got my sister is doing she does jewelry, but she's going to do like a whole bunch of stitch markers and progress keepers and
shawl cuffs and stuff.
Yeah, and she does some leather bracelets, and I was like, they just need to be a bit smaller and they'd be perfect for are they called shawl cuffs?
I've seen them called shawl.
Yeah, basically when you wear your shawl and you have something that goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Country Farm, another local farm.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have some of their wool or some of their yarn.
Yeah, it'll already be spun.
Yeah.
And they're thinking either mostly just the yarn from their sheep, and they have Clun Forest. And okay, so one of the really cool things that I found out when I started spinning was how different some of the sheep breeds were. And it's so cool to be able to have yarn that's Homeweed or that's Merino or that's Clun Forest or Gotland and feel the difference because they're so different.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I
to
didn't
be able
really used to care at all.
Yeah,
and...
to be able to go, oh, you know what? It's not that that wool is prickly. It's that this breed is prickly. Yeah. Or it's not that this one is too itchy for me. It's that this type is too itchy. And yeah. It's like all of a sudden this whole new world opened up. And so I am super excited about the local vendors that have breed specific stuff.
So Saskatchewan, what's her name? Is she Red Fox? No.
No. Oh, that's where this goes.
Okay. Or Cool Cat.
No, Imagine Yarn.
Imagine Yarn. Okay, so I just got them mixed up.
Yeah. You led me astray.
Cool Cat Fibers. Yarn, yes, we had said. Okay, Imagine Yarn
is the one from Saskatchewan, and
sure?
Yeah.
Okay. If we get that wrong, you can hit us.
No, that's a no.
Okay. And she dyes like locks and stuff. Oh, yeah. So pretty. And she does some of. Jen is the one who has the fleeces and cleaned locks and stuff, and then Annelle has dyed some of her. Yeah.
So we'll have local fiber that's Clun Forest BFL crosses, Gotland BFL, and
something else.
Hang on. I'm trying to remember if it was Romney. The lady who has Clun Forest has another cross. I think it's Romney. It's not Rommeldale.
Okay.
Anyway,
I know nothing.
I'm super excited.
Yes.
I'm super excited.
And then Laughing Lamb Woolery.
Yes.
Is another local one, and she's doing some dyed yarn.
Yeah, she used to have sheep. Like 5 minutes from here, just outside of Dawson.
And we used to sell her yarn, but she no longer has sheep right now because they were planning on moving.
Yeah. But she started dyeing.
She started dyeing, and I can't wait to see some of her stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be so cool. Oh, yeah.
And the local fair, the fall fair here had stopped doing an arts and crafts section. And so a lot of the knitters were kind of disappointed that they couldn't submit stuff to the fall fair anymore, and they've just reinstated it. So the local fair is going to have a little booth to talk about what the categories are and let people know that they're doing it again. Because apparently they were this past year.
And nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
No.
So we're super excited to kind of help them promote that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our knitting people miss that. So
so it's really cool. So we've got like handmade bags and the crochet hooks.
Yeah.
And
hand-carved crochet hooks.
And
somebody has antler buttons.
Yes. Somebody. Just somebody. Two Sticks and You? I think it's Two Sticks and You.
Yeah.
And is it Poppy that's bringing up the really gorgeous pottery from Calgary?
Mm-hmm. Airdrie, I think.
Whose name I cannot remember.
Either.
Anyway. It's going to be so fun.
There's going to be so many knitting related things. If you're involved in any sort of fiber craft, you're going to want to come. We're going to have prizes throughout the day. We're going to have a food area from like stuff that we make at Faking Sanity. Yes. So there'll be homemade cookies and muffins and stuff.
A big sitting area.
Huge sitting area where you can sit and knit and visit and ooh and ah over each other's stuff and squish everybody else's yarn.
Yeah. And then we are going to have some workshops and demos and stuff.
Mm-hmm. We've got a couple lined up already.
For sure, a workshop or like a class on. She's doing it on doing gauges, gauge swatches and
sweaters that fit.
Yeah. Making your sweaters fit.
How to make garments that fit. Like what is the knowledge you need for that?
And she's a great teacher. She's so much fun.
She just finished a beginner knitting class here, and this is Jocelyn. She's our local knitting teacher. And the ladies who came to the class. So it was the first 3 people who signed up were friends, and one of them came to me afterwards, and she was like, "So." I signed up because my friend wanted me to, and I loved it. And she was like, I had every expectation to show up for an hour, excuse myself because I had to go for some reason and not come back. And she loved it so much that at the end of the class, she suggested that they buy flowers for the instructor because she said it was the best class she had ever taken. Yeah. So Jocelyn has really thrilled the ladies and kids that have come to take the class.
Every time I come by while the class is on, they're always laughing and having fun and learning, and it's really cool. Yeah. Yes.
So
but
we're
yeah,
super excited.
She's going to do at least one class.
See?
And then oh yes.
And I'm so excited. I graphed out a map.
She drew a little map.
This is the space we have. It's 4,500 square feet. And the empty room is just the classroom area there. So, but we're super, super excited.
And we're going to have some demos.
Yep.
A lot of the demo ideas we've come up with are ones that we would like to do, but we're kind of like, yeah, we're going to be running our booth and running around
helping other vendors.
Yeah, so we probably won't.
Yeah. But we will, we've had a couple people sign up to be volunteers on the day, and we've had a couple people suggest that they'd be interested in doing a class or teaching a class. So
either doing a demo or teaching a class.
Got to contact them to get details on what they want to teach and what time they'd be there to see if it would work with the ones we've already set up with Jocelyn. So I think she was teaching, she had plans for one, and she was debating a second. So we're just waiting to hear from her whether
she doesn't want to spend the whole day teaching class.
Well, of course not. You have to have time to shop. I am going to have a budget.
I know. We're going to be like, okay, you watch the booth. I'm going shopping.
Yeah.
But
we're super excited.
We're super excited. Okay, now that we've babbled enough about it.
Okay. That's Fiberfest for now.
Yeah, culture consumed.
Okay. I just wanted to say for the Fiberfest, we've started putting up write-ups about the vendors on the website. So every few days you'll see a new one. So I just put up the first one about Riverside Farm, and then every few days we'll add a new one so that by the end you've got a little bit of information about all of them. Some of them are big names, so you already probably know about them.
And some are not, so
but some
it's really cool.
Or are very big in their area but not known elsewhere. So
it's so cool. Like the lady from Hay River, actually, we were mentioning that she was coming, and one of our customers was like, oh,
I used to live there.
I used to live like next door to her or something, next door to her sister or something. Like yeah. And
it's a small world.
It is a very small world, especially in northern Canada.
Yeah. Everybody knows somebody.
Yes. But yeah, really excited.
Yeah. I'm glad we decided to do it. I'm glad we jumped on it super quick. Seems to be how we do all our business decisions. We decided to do this business. It was less than a month from the, hey, maybe we should do this right now, to getting on the bus to move here and starting renos the next day, and exchanging money for the store. And the Fiberfest was a joking comment to someone at like 2 o'clock, and by 5 o'clock we had started planning it. So, but those decisions have worked well for us. We know what works in the area, so we're super thrilled. And I plan for everything because she is the one who plans every detail, and then I'm the one that can actually deal with anything if it falls out. If something doesn't go to plan. But that's perfect. It works great. I plan for the contingencies so that we don't have things that don't go to plan, but if they do, when they do, you can deal with it. Because there's always something. Yeah. And I deal with it. Yeah. It works perfectly. It's perfect. Yeah. Culture consumed. I have not consumed much culture lately. Really? Really. I actually haven't. I've been sleeping. Yeah. Well, we've both been sick a lot this fall. We have been sick a lot. And you sleep a lot. And it's hibernation weather. And my meds. -10. It's not hibernation. No, but you know, when it's starting to get dark, like it's basically the sun is not even risen when we come to work, and it's down. It's long gone before we leave, And it's just that kind of, I get home and but I have been sick, and my meds don't help. They make me tired, so you know. Yeah. But we get way more sunlight than some people though. Well, yes, we get actual, like when the sun is up, it's usually sunny. Yeah. Which is great, because I lived in Vancouver for a year, and the perpetual gray days just what drove me around the bend. I would love them. I have seasonal affective disorder on top of regular depression. So by about February, I'm about ready to rip someone's arm off and beat them with it. Usually mine, because it's closest. And you know, when I'm not doing well, she's really annoying. She's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine. Leave me alone." So yes. Yeah, that's pretty typical February conversation. Yeah. It's much better now. I'm on antidepressants. Well, and both of us are. Yeah. I'm less annoying, but also she thinks I'm less annoying. Yes. I wanted to talk about one thing before we moved on to Culture Consumed because Cindy bought me something today.
I did? I totally forgot!
Yes! Yeah. It wasn't on here because you did it after, well...
You wrote it down, yeah.
So I've been talking about a sweater pattern for a while. I can't show it to you because it's on my phone. But if you go to Skandir Knits' Ellie's designer page called Skandir Knits on Ravelry, you'll see a sweater, I was going to say sweater work, a colorwork sweater or cardigan called Skumring. I forget the English name because when she first talked about it, she only had the Norwegian name, but it's Skumring, and it is part of an ebook called Strik med Gradienter. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but that's the name of it. But the translation is Knitting with Gradients, and it's put out by Nina Petrina, who is a dyer in Norway. And the sweater is absolutely beautiful. It's got the lice or flea pattern throughout, and it's done as a gradient.
Lice?
Yes, it's the little single stitch lips of color.
Oh, well, that's a terrible name for a very pretty pattern.
Yes, it's a beautiful pattern. Anyway, it's got the lice or flea pattern that goes down, and then at the bottom, it looks like snowflakes, like as you're knitting it. And then at the bottom, there's a row of trees, and it's just beautiful. And I've been eyeing it, and I was waiting for it to come out in English, and it finally did. But she said they did release with the ebook itself. You can get the whole book in English, but that it would only be available in the book. And so I'd been debating whether I should spend the money on a whole book of colorwork patterns. And Cindy, but I really wanted to knit the sweater, and Cindy bought me the ebook for my birthday.
Her birthday's next week,
so I'm super excited. Yeah. There's like 4 sweaters in it. I'd love to knit.
And 2 shawls.
And 2 shawls.
2 at least. The other one I want to take a closer look at. The colors kind of turned me off.
But it's
so
nice.
I think if I
saw it in a different color, you'd be more able to judge whether you like it.
Yeah, and they're beautiful.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's going to be a sweater in my future. Yeah. We have the Art Fill color bundles. Oh, and I was thinking if I did a couple of those, because I'd need a bit more of each color than that.
And it's in fingering weight?
I forget. I forget.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
You know, if not, you can dye your own.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. But I was thinking either that or like Holst garn.
Yeah.
Or if it is the thicker stuff, I can get Fino PT2 or PT3.
Okay.
Because
Hippie Strings.
The ladies at Hippie Strings just brought in PT3.
Yes.
So, or have ordered it. I don't think it's in yet.
Yeah, no, I think they said it was coming.
And I was planning another order of Holst garn for some color work, so I really liked it. So I'll be getting more. So I see some color work sweaters in my future. I'm really feeling the sweaters. So.
Yeah, what's with that?
I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to knit on my sweater. Well, now I do let her go on to Culture Consumed.
Okay, well, we'll be quick about Culture Consumed because we've already been blathering for ages. And really,
oh my gosh.
I know. I have not actually, I watched some more Hallmark movies. Actually, I guess one of them was a Netflix movie, but it's basically a Hallmark movie. It was Christmas Prince, and it was the second one. I don't know. They are
She's been watching crap, and she mocks me for watching crap.
I have been watching absolute crap because my brain, I look at my list of things to watch on Netflix, and so many things on there are amazing, and I'm just like, I'm not in the mood. I need some stupid cliches about princes and Christmas. Yeah. But yeah. But I did read a book. I read a book for
your book club.
Book club. It was The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, which I didn't actually realize was a translation. Oh, yeah, another one. So the first 2 books that we've done for the book club have been translations, which is great. I think that's awesome. I want to read more translations because I do find books written in other languages tend to be a very different style. Not always.
But often, what style is popular here is not popular elsewhere. And if you're reading from a different language, you get a different...
Yeah, it's a different,
pace.
Exactly. Yeah. So this one was originally written in German, I believe, and but it's set in Paris, and it's about this wonderful man who has a riverboat that he converted into a bookshop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to get into what it's all about. It was very good. It was, I think I would have enjoyed it better if I was older.
Dropped a stitch.
Oh, she dropped a stitch. Oh no. If I was older, or if I had more regrets about my life. That sounds strange, but I think I would have identified a little bit more with him, because I know all the people I talked to who are older than me who read it loved it, and the ones younger than me were like, I don't get it. But yeah, so I quite enjoyed it, though I started reading it the day before book club was, and read it all in one day, because I am bad. Well, the thing is, if I read it too far in advance...
And you can read it that fast.
I can, yeah, I read
it's not that you skipped reading.
No. I can read really fast. And if I read it too far in advance, I won't even remember.
You forget, yeah.
Like, I remember, like, people are always coming into the store and they're like, I can't remember if I read this book. And I'm like, I don't get that. I can remember, like, I won't necessarily be able to tell you what the ending was, but I know if I've read a book or not. Always. You never do, right?
It depends. If it's part of a series, sometimes I'll get, like,
confused.
No, it's not the word I was looking for, but that'll work. Sorry, I'm itching my knee. My knee really itches. I'm scratching my knee. I mean, yeah, like if it's a long series, I might think, oh, did I get to number 3 or number 4 or 13 or 14? But if you tell me the plot, then I'll remember. But if I'm just going by number, I often don't.
Yeah. So many people are like, yeah, I read the back. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not sure if I read it. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, I can't necessarily, you know, tell you what I liked or didn't like about a book if I've read it too far in advance for book club.
See, that's why I don't tend to love book clubs. I don't like discussing, like,
I didn't used to, but this club's been great because it's been kind of like, yes, I liked it. yeah. And the guy, he was a pretty interesting character. And I liked when this happened.
Okay, so that I wouldn't mind. I just don't like analyzing.
Like, oh no, we don't analyze.
I don't. If I enjoy a book, I want to enjoy it.
For the first
not
book?
Break it down and like.
Oh yeah, we don't break it down at all.
It's like my love of B movies.
Basically,
they only stand if you don't
analyze the
them.
Science.
So,
we basically get together and eat and knit and chat, and then we go, oh yeah, we should mention the book. Brain go.
You say we should mention the book,
no.
brain?
The brain not working. The first book we did for book club, there was actually, it's one of those ones that had like readers' questions in the back.
Oh yeah.
A lot of books are coming out with that now.
Yeah.
Because so many people are doing book clubs.
Yeah.
And the questions, I felt kind of bad afterwards because I was reading the questions out loud and we were answering them, but I was totally mocking the questions while reading them. But yeah, it was just kind of like, yeah, okay.
Because you're a bad person.
Yeah, I'm a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah,
but
that's why you're making me a blanket.
And there's always at least one person who hasn't read the book. Or hasn't finished the book.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could totally come to the book.
Too many animals. I'm allergic to everything, and it's a farm. So
yeah, but most of the animals are outside.
But a lot of them come in.
Yeah,
like the goats come in, and
well, not like it's Rebecca. It's like spotless.
Oh yes, I know.
You can't even see the cat hair.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, yeah. So that's what I read. What did you
watch? Okay, so I didn't read any books today or this week.
You watched some stuff.
But I did. I watch a video that is interesting, and then I go read a science journal about it.
Yeah.
But so I found a couple of new podcasts that I really liked. One was Cosmology Today, and there was another one, and I can't remember the name because I saw it as suggested because you watched Cosmology Today. But they were basically both about like what are some of the new things we've discovered in cosmology, and like how the new telescopes coming,
okay.
How the new telescopes coming up can determine like what's in the atmosphere of an exoplanet based on what they see, or how they can determine the mass of a planet by how much it dims the light of the star it's passing in front of, if they're doing the transit method, and like just really cool stuff.
Sciencey stuff.
It's science. Now that just makes me miss one of our old staff who his favorite expression was always, "It's science." Anyway, hi Sydney, if you watch this. Yeah, so I've just been having fun watching sciencey podcasts, and another one I watched was, it was suggested because you watched these other sciencey ones too, and I didn't bookmark it, so I don't know how to find it again. But it was a gentleman who...
Look in your history. Was it YouTube?
Oh, it was on YouTube.
Look in your history.
I should go on YouTube and check in my history. But he was talking about, he's a psychiatrist and specifically does research about Asperger's and autism spectrum disorder in girls.
I think it was actually called something like that.
Yeah, the episode was, but he has a whole channel.
Oh, he has a whole channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it was really fascinating. Like, it was about how what is diagnosed, usually the symptoms that they say is common for Aspies or for people with autism or autism spectrum disorder, are the misbehaviors that you see, which are mostly in boys. But because girls play differently at a younger age, the disruptiveness of the symptoms isn't as bad, and so they don't get diagnosed. And he said he's seen so many people who are diagnosed, females that were diagnosed as Aspies or as having autism in their 30s and 40s. And he was like, you got a psychiatrist, you got a surgeon, half of them are Aspies or half of them are autistic, because what makes them good at those jobs are traits that are common to people with autism or Asperger's. But he was talking about like stuff like, you know, when a kid is young, when they're just playing, and, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, like young school age kids. And he was talking about, you know, boys, if they can't cope with people, because part of it is not being able to understand other people and the relationship aspect. And he was like, if boys can't understand, they'll come over and go, I'm taking this and I'm playing with this and you're doing it wrong. And or they will just go be on their own and not be social at all or be disruptive to the group. And he was like, but girls tend to, because of the temperament or because of social mores or whatever, have learned to be quieter and more observant. And so the girls sit back, look at, okay, who's the cool one here? Okay, this is the cool one in that group. What makes her cool? She likes this, she does this, she does this. And they study and mimic things. And so they become the mimics of the people they've studied. So it's not that they understand or interact naturally, it's that they've memorized a behavior or memorized a list of things.
That
and
makes
they're like,
total sense.
Yeah, and he was like he was talking about some of his case studies, and he was like, you know, some of the gestures are so ingrained as just memorized things that even as an adult, they're ingrained. Like, you asked this person a question and he was like, it was always, I don't know, with the exact same gesture, because that was how they memorized it. And it was always the same. Or, you know, it was fascinating. It was really fascinating.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, but a lot of channels that I follow, so I just get kind of one here and there. But a really good one is Geography Now. So
that is a fascinating one.
It's this guy who decided to educate people by doing a video on each country in the world. He's going alphabetical, and I just watched Mongolia. He might have one more out after that. Yeah, possibly. I can't remember. Yes, they come out on Wednesdays, and today's Wednesday. Yes. I think they come out on Wednesdays.
We're recording late. I wasn't feeling well on Sunday. So even though we said we would be now getting things out on Sundays.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Didn't happen.
Well, and then we were like, oh, it's no big deal. We'll do it Monday night. And then I was like, oh, I've got book club, sorry. And then Tuesday, we were busy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's Wednesday.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He's a really fun guy. It's very lighthearted, and he approaches, like, everyone, he talks about a few aspects of the country. Yeah,
like the physical geography and the political geography and the demographics and you know, what makes each country interesting.
Yeah.
And they're very fun. Yeah.
And quick, but...
Yeah, and a great way to learn about the world.
Yeah.
So, and then he also does some, during his filler week when he's researching country episodes, he usually puts out some, like he did one on the provinces of Canada. And, you know, he got a friend of his that was Canadian to come on with him. And he's done the States, he's done provinces in China. Are they provinces in China? Yes.
Yes.
And areas of South Africa, some of the biggest cities in the world, kind of thing. Yeah, it's interesting. I
haven't seen any of those.
They're pretty fun, but I really like the country ones.
Yeah,
they do. They have a lot of fun.
I think the last one I saw was, did he do one on the Maldives?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the last one I saw. I was thinking that was his.
You're near the beginning of the M's. You need to catch up. There's a lot of M's.
I missed a whole bunch at the beginning too. I just catch them when I catch them. So
I started at the beginning and, you know, watched alphabetically. Because
that's what you do. Yeah. I would have, except that I watched them with you, and so
yes,
I've caught them.
Because it's a good one. Like, if we're like, I don't know, sitting waiting for something, and I throw a video on, it's a good one that tends to amuse anyone around.
Yeah.
What else? Okay, she mocks me about bad movies, and then she watched Inferno.
I did. I was knitting, and I wanted something that was easy and mindless and decent background. And
so Dan Brown.
So,
boo.
A few years ago.
Sorry, I think all booksellers have
Da Vinci Code came out on Netflix.
Chip on their shoulder about
I know.
Dan Brown.
But okay, so Da Vinci Code came out on Netflix, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it's there. But then I was like, okay, I am never going to read this book. It doesn't interest me in the slightest. So I'm going to watch the movie to see how bad it is. And actually, I kind of enjoyed the movie. Like, it wasn't good, but I enjoyed it in the same way that I enjoyed Sharknado.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun background. Suspend disbelief. Don't think about it too much. Just watch and enjoy. And Inferno was kind of like that. It was just a watching, but it's funny. So the first two were very much conspiracy kind of, like Dan Brown is the conspiracy guy, right? But Inferno is more kind of conspiracy, but with the new, people are going to try to deal with the world's issues on their own because the world isn't taking care of them. So I'm not giving away the plot, even though I know everybody who wants to read this has read this, but
or watched it.
Whether the issue is overpopulation or the environment or whatever, that there are more and more extremists that are taking things into their own hands, and that's kind of the story behind Inferno and how they deal with that. So, and it's got Tom Hanks, and I like Tom Hanks.
Sorry, I got distracted.
This is how many I did, and my stitches are way shorter than hers.
Look at 10 rows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows.
I think that's about what I did too. Yeah, about that. Anyway. Yeah, so I watched Inferno. It was actually pretty good, except for the last 10 minutes. Because I hate a quick wrap-up just for the sake of a quick wrap-up. And it was a super implausible quick wrap-up.
Okay.
But it was fun.
I can admit, I listened to an audiobook this week.
Yeah?
That kind of fits, well, not that, but, you know, bad stuff. Bad stuff, that sounds terrible, but called Royally Screwed by Emma Chase. It is basically exactly what you think it is, except with more smut. She does, you know, romances, and it's of course about the prince. What is with me and princes lately? I have no interest in princes unless they were, you know, from the 1500s.
Oh, you finished a book this week.
What?
You finished the book about the royal family. And
No, I'm in the middle of it.
Oh
Yeah, apparently I am very interested in royals. I'm reading a book about the assassination or murder or execution, whatever you want to, however you think of it as, of the last of the Romanov dynasty. Yeah. So the Tsar and his family.
And finding the bodies in the 80s. And,
yeah. So execution in 1918. Execution.
Yeah. Well, it's been portrayed as many different things depending on who you're asking.
It depends on your political viewpoint and I'm only halfway through it, but I read the first half and it was all about like the quick burial of the bodies and like how they were trying to get rid of them and how like for 50 years really no one had any clue where they were, and then people find them and actually it was written in like 95, so before they actually found the last 2 bodies. But the second half is about all of the people this last century who pretended to be Romanovs. So that'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, I was listening to Royally Screwed, it's a romance novel, but
okay, that would be really awkward to listen to.
Okay, so I listen to audiobooks all the time, and I've listened to quite a few romance novels. They're fine. This one was a lot smuttier than anything else I have listened to.
It's awkward listening to something when you know you have a roommate that could walk by.
Or like the time I was reading you something, it was a story, I was reading a story or something.
And there was like one scene.
And then there was a sex scene and I'm like, I can't read this out loud to you. This happened. Okay. Let's keep going. Because I start reading and I'm like, no, this is really awkward.
So she got me hooked on this one author who writes fanfic, and I loved her stuff. She writes like novel-length fanfic. And then I was listening to it, so she recommended it to me. I know she's read it, and she's the one that gave me the audiobook, so I know she's heard it. And she walked out, and of course, there's like 3 sex scenes in the book, like novel-length book, and she walks out in the middle of one. And I was like,
stop it. Yeah.
This feels awkward.
It's just really awkward. It's like watching Austin Powers with my mom. We couldn't do it.
Never watched it, but that doesn't.
It just, it's a Mike Myers movie, right? So it was like, we're sitting there watching it and like neither of us are laughing and we're like, this is just really awkward,
uncomfortable.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so we shut it off. Anyway. So listening to audiobooks with smut, it is smut. Yeah. With sex scenes. It's just weird. Like, I mean, a lot of the ones I listen to kind of are Ada Blackie or, or,
that's, I feel a little uncomfortable, but.
I don't know what it is. I have no problem reading them.
Yeah.
It's just a sex scene.
Yeah.
Actually, often I'm like...
But when your roommate walks in, you're like,
wow, is that like anatomically possible? But it was just weird to listen to. We have blathered for quite a while.
Oh my goodness.
And I have to go to the bathroom. So we're going to stop.
I kind of do too, so I think that's our cue.
Oh! Race you to the bathroom?
Okay, my brain is operating in cabin pressure quotes now because all of a sudden I hear Arthur going, it's Harry Potter's grand heading. Okay, if you haven't watched listened to Cabin Pressure, go find it. It's awesome. You can buy it on Netflix.
Netflix.
You can buy it on iTunes.
iTunes.
I highly recommend it. It's amazing.
Yes.
And I think we're going to leave you there.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye. She beat me to the bathroom.